So, they'll be able to hear it.
oh, shit, I
Probably
hope
while
so.
mine's close.
Oh, I forgot I ain't got no microphone. But you should be able to hear.
Yeah. Well, we broadcasting on both channels, y'all. For the Dragon family, this is my homie, my business partner, Clean Cut
Yeah,
27. Check out his YouTube channel, Clean Cut 27. That's it, right?
yeah, Clean Cut 27. And this is my first time going live on mine, so I'm just dang on learning from him.
Yeah.
But
Damn, bring your cam. You want your camera right there, or you want to bring it down?
I mean,
You good?
yeah, I can see it good.
Okay.
Just on yours, my head.
Oh damn! I'm the one need to fix my shit. Okay, that's good. Y'all excuse my glasses. I ain't realize I had my blue glasses on today with my camo. But yeah, man. Shoot. Let's get the land thing out the way first.
Oh shit, we can do that.
So we just purchased last night 1.25 acres in Florida. We got on a phone call with the seller, chopped it up a little bit. I paid for it, the down payment on the website. That was easy. I paid for it. I sent you the confirmation.
Yeah.
How easy was that?
Easy as 1, 2, 3. But yeah, but the crazy thing is, me and this guy was just talking about 15 minutes ago. I was like, man, I don't even remember how I started following you. But I started following him, and he told me today, like, man, you should have been got up with me. I was like, man, I've been trying to get up with you. You know, but it's just crazy how stuff just start working together, because I just been watching his YouTube videos, and you know, now I just happened to see the video about, you know, the land he talking about purchasing, because I've been interested in getting land, and that's something that everybody need to do. Like, that's some real asset that, you know, we need as people. And you know, I hit him up. He put his number up there. I hit him up, and sure enough, he was legit. But I already knew he was legit because I just been following him anyway. And so now we just trying to move forward, and because my goal is with getting land, and I want a community. I want to build a community. Like, we really need to get back to how we really supposed to be as people, man. We ain't supposed to be paying no damn taxes, man. That's some stupid, man.
Bills,
I can
period.
cuss on you?
Yeah, you know I cuss.
Oh, all right. I was just making sure, like, 'cause, you know.
You know I'm the king of cussing.
But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck is taxes for? Like if you really sit here and think about it, like, anybody can make excuses all they want for why we gotta pay taxes. But if you was really to try to go through all the layers of the government, because well, how I think about it, like, who is it really getting to? Like, who is really, really, really getting this money? Like, cause we don't own anything.
No.
There's no way you can say this car and this house is mine, but if I don't pay taxes, y'all can come take it.
At any time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, why are we paying taxes? And if everybody in the United States would stop paying taxes, what the hell can they do?
They can't do nothing.
Nothing.
What they'll try to do is start a war, and the way they start wars is divide and conquer. They'll start killing black people, try to start a race war, kill somebody to start some shit. But what really Clean Cut talking about is, y'all know I specialize in land. That's all I specialize. I do other stuff, but land, and I specifically specialize in off-grid land. Why off-grid land? Because with off-grid land, you can put your title in a linoleum title, meaning you don't pay no taxes. You literally own your property. You'll never pay taxes on it, right? It's a process for that. But anyhow, before we even get to that, the way we purchase land is owner financing. We spoke to the owner last night. We put our down payment in. He's gonna have the paperwork ready tomorrow for us to close. You know, the down payment is your escrow money. Whenever you purchase property, you put up some escrow money or some earnest money, and basically we close tomorrow.
Before I forget,
it was 400, not even 400. It was $395 down. Okay, this is his 200 of it, which I owe you change. All right, how hard was that?
It's not. I mean, it's just easy, man. And then, man, like we as people that look like us, we have to start coming together and building together. Like, that's why I want to have a community, because I can learn from him, he can learn from me, you know, and we
He's a barber, we in his barber shop, I'm a carpenter.
See, and we can build stuff together, and that's what it's all about, man. First you gotta have
land.
Yeah. Then you have a leap of faith, You just gotta, it's a lot of scammers out there. Everybody gonna get scammed once in a while, but when you really start paying attention and learning, especially seeking knowledge, you know, you're gonna start running into people, you know, that's on the same path as you.
Yeah, the universe will put people in your path every time. You know, situations in your path, people in your path. You know, we were just talking about that, like he said, you know, how he came about my channel, you know, he just like came upon it, and it was one, you know, the rest is history, you know. But like, take this barbershop for example, right? Like, y'all gotta pay rent, right? To the landlord, right? And the landlord himself probably gotta pay rent to the actual landlord, because usually the building is owned by one person and the land is owned by somebody else, and the person owning the land will lease the land for 100 years. That's how Walmart does it. Walmart lease their land from the real landowner for 100 years, and they allow them to put up their building. Same with McDonald's. You know, the actual franchise owner don't even own the building. They don't own the building, they don't own the land. The franchise owner only owns the business. The business, okay? And even with them owning the business, they have to put up the money to build the building, but they still don't own the building and they still don't own the land. I don't know if y'all know about that. If you wanted to start a McDonald's right now, I think it's like 2-3 million to start it. Back in the day, it was like 200,000, 300,000. But now it's about 2-3 million to start a McDonald's. You have to pay to put up your own building, find the land and everything like that, and you still don't own anything. The only thing you own is the business. You know what I'm saying? If you want to like sell the business, you have to sell the building. You can't, I own the building, so now I want to turn this building into a Burger King. No. Once you build that building to be a McDonald's, you can't say, I own the building. That's in the contract. You cannot say, I own the building because I paid my money to build the building. No, only thing you could do is sell the building and sell your franchise. That's the only thing you could do, okay? And you obviously don't own the land. I'm telling you, the franchise owner making money, McDonald's making money, but you know who making the most money out of a McDonald's sitting there? The person that owns the land. And they don't have to do shit. They don't have to change no toilets. They don't have to sell no burgers. They don't have to do anything, all because they purchased some land 100 years before, 50 years before, 20 years before. They sat on it or was doing something with it, and then here come McDonald's knocking on the door. Hey, can we put a McDonald's here? Sure. $100,000 a month for 100 years. Deal.
I said, this is why I be trying to tell niggas, like, that people that be like, I'm gonna buy land, and somebody, you know, if they want to do something, I'm gonna sell it. Why? Like, once you sell it, it's gone. Like, lease it.
Lease it.
You know what I'm saying? You can make money like that. But people don't be they think about the big dog. Oh, I'm gonna get all this, and forget that. You got to think about long term. Anything can happen, and plus, like you got to build a legacy for your kids and your grandkids. Like everybody else is doing it, we need to do it. Like I really don't know much about land. That's why I'm listening to Dragon, and you know, but I know that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to learn. You know, real estate, all this stuff. Like I just want to be
I mean,
free.
yeah, it's the number one thing. The Queen of England said it. If you want power, you have to own land. We walk on land, we do business on land, we eat off the land. Everybody's overlooking the one thing that's the most important besides water and air. It's earth. Land. We learned that watching Captain Planet. Earth, water, and air. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to control all three. As y'all can see, they trying to control all three. I guarantee you another 50 years, America may be like Venezuela or one of these Asian countries where people cannot own any land in these countries. They cannot own any land. They lease it from the government in these countries. So the whole idea of it is one of the things that's important in life, if not the most important thing in life, is shelter and food. If you don't do nothing else, if this is not a business for you, you need to purchase some land to provide yourself with shelter and food for you and your family for the rest of your life. Y'all sitting around depending on the grocery stores, the government, Section 8 food stamps, and all this shit. And y'all see what's happening. Y'all see what's happening. If the shelf's not empty, the price is outrageous. It's places that do have food, the price is outrageous. I bought some, we bought some freeze pops in Wilmington. I think we paid about $10 for something that's normally like $2.99. $10 for the box, either $10 or $15 for the box for something that's normally $2.99, $4.99. It's outrageous. The prices are outrageous right now. And I'm telling you, if you're not doing this as a long-term investment, you at least need to do it to sustain yourself. At least. Because one day somebody come knocking on the door. Hey, I need to purchase this land. I want to put up a shopping center for my barbers and my beauticians and my tax H&R blocks and stuff like that. Or my McDonald's. How many of us 20 years ago was driving by somewhere, now we done grew up, and now we see a big old shopping center in that same spot where it was empty land. It was, and then your father, grandfather, or somebody in your family or friend say, "Oh man, I had a chance to buy that land 50 years ago for $30,000, for $10,000. Yep. Now it's worth $5 million, $10 million." You know, I'm telling you, it's the only way. It's the only way. If you want something out of life guaranteed, land is it. You know, stock market is good and bad. Trading gold and silver is good or bad. We got cryptocurrency, that's good and bad. But the one guaranteed thing, even when the prices drop, as we saw in 2006, the prices drop, they always come back. Why? You have to live somewhere. The real estate market right now could crash tomorrow. All that means is prices went down. But did that mean people stop living? No. You still have to live somewhere. All that means is instead of you living in this $300,000 house, you probably got to move into a $100,000 house because you can't afford it anymore. That's all that means. That's all that means. Or all it means is that for people that own their house and it costs $300,000, now it's worth $150,000. All it means is they cannot sell their house. But do they still have to live in their house? Yes, you still live in your house. Okay? And you might not want to sell it right now, but you have to still live in your house. Just because the price of your house went down doesn't mean you're gonna move out your house. You know, and for people that in the market to buy a house, now you can buy a house because the prices are cheap. So even when real estate crash, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for buyers. When real estate is up, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for sellers. So there's never really a bad time in real estate. It's like right now the prices crash. Personally, I'm buying everything that I could get my hands on. Everything I could get my hands on. And if the prices go up, I'm going to sell some stuff. I mean, it just, people don't think.
It's just like stocks.
Yeah. And it's better because at the end of the day, you don't have to have stocks, but you have to have somewhere to live. You have to have food to eat. Land provides that. $200, and now you own 1.25 acres in Florida, about an hour from the beach. Y'all just saw it. This man, $200. And this is earnest money deposit. And we close tomorrow. The payments are going to be $195 a month, $200 a month. I'm going to pay $100. He's going to pay $100. And we now own 1.25 acres in Florida. This barbershop, the whole lot is about 1.25 acres. Acre is the size of a football field. So you're talking about a football field plus a quarter, which is around 75,000 square feet. Where this barbershop is, the land alone is probably worth $1 million, $2, $3 million. Let's just call it $1 million. How much we buying the land for? We buying the same amount of land in Florida. It's out in the country, off-grid land, but we getting the same land for $13,000. The same land, $13,000. Okay? The same land. It's just in a different location, which is why the price is cheap. But guess what's going to happen in 20 years? $1 million. $1 million. Either $1 million from somebody wanting to come in, or $1 million from us developing the property, putting houses on the property, infrastructure on the property. Either way, in 20 years, the property be $1 million. Either way. A lot of y'all don't even know Disney World in Florida was all swampland. Okay? Washington, D.C., where the White House sits right now, was all swampland. The land we have is not swampland. Okay? So we purchased good land, $13,000, sit on it. Right now, we're going to have people come out and camp on it, whatever. We got a little strategy we're going to work out, whatever. But $100 a month. What would you normally do with $100?
Sure, I know what a lot of other people would do with it, like smoking weed and stuff. Shoot, they could just not smoke some weed for
one week. and own some land.
Yeah. But man, it's just, I don't know, man. But like, I'm excited to start building a future.
Right.
You know, and just, I feel like, how can I put the word in the right perspective? Like, not being controlled, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause if like he was saying earlier about the food and stuff. Like we can grow what we want to grow. We can raise whatever chicken, whatever we want to do. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna be alright. You know, but people just too comfortable. It's time to get uncomfortable. Like you got to go back to, you know how people say it takes a village to raise a kid. That's because it was actually a village and everybody was out there helping each other.
Fact.
Now we just saying it as a saying, but we ain't really doing it.
No.
And you know, so it starts with two.
Yeah.
Us two. 2 plus 2 is 4. Just keep growing like that, you know. We just got to get different people on the same mindset as us, and you know, that just want to build, and that's the only way I see it's gonna start. It got to start somewhere. So
It have to start somewhere. You got to start.
because talking about
Talking.
it ain't gonna never. You can keep wishing and hoping all you want. But you got to start putting in the work, you know, and just.
Let me ask you this, because we kind of talked about it a little bit, but we was talking about it as far as the vaccines. But in a barbershop, we all know the barbershop, conversations all the time about all kind of stuff. And what I could probably tell y'all is I've never really heard black people in a barbershop talking about land, real estate. Man, I bought 2 acres today. I bought 10 acres. Yeah, y'all ever have that conversation?
Nah, not really. Like one other barbers, matter of fact, 2 of them, they bought some land and stuff. But it's not really no general conversation. Like I was arguing with the dude the other day about the fight and stuff, about the vaccine and all that dumb mess. But yeah, we talk about everything but land.
That's what I was trying to get
You know
at.
what I'm saying? Everything.
Talk about all the foolishness, women, drugs. Man, I used to hit. You have about 10 women, boy. I used to smash them, boy. Back in the day, boy. Sports.
Everything.
You know.
Not no land.
Nah, no land, no stocks, no nothing. That's gonna really. And the place to talk about it is the barbershop. Is the barbershop. This is the place to talk about it. Why? You got 3-4 generations in a barbershop at any given moment. You got everybody from a 2-year-old to an 80-year-old. That's 4 generations, whether you related to these people or not. At any given time, you got 4 generations sitting there listening to everything that's going on. Every conversation. It might be 3, 4, 5 conversations sometimes, and everybody's sitting there listening to everybody. It's a perfect setting to build the black community is the barbershop. It's the perfect setting. You know, people say the church. No, the barbershop. Why? In the barbershop, you got Muslims, Christians.
Yeah. Everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. Non-religious, spiritual, you know, probably atheists. Everybody's in the barbershop. When you go to your place of religion, it's just y'all. You know. But when you go to the barbershop, it's all of us. Yeah. You know, normally everybody black. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, only thing I can say is congratulations, my brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You know, how does it feel, man? You gonna get your paperwork tomorrow, closed?
I mean, shoot. I don't know.
It costs you $200. Can you believe that it only costs you $200?
It kind of reminds me of, because I used to run track. So,
okay.
You know, in North Carolina, like I'm still in the top 25 all the time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and so like my junior year, I was ranked #1 in the state and everything. I ended up getting 2nd place. So I was hurt. Like after I crossed the finish line, I was mad. Like the dude, he barely beat me. Right. So it was a bathroom. We was in Charlotte. I was walking to the bathroom, sat on the floor. I was mad. The whole summer I was mad. I was working, and there was a sign that said, 2nd place is only the first person to get beat. I said, dang, man, that made it even worse. And so like football season was coming, and my one of my homeboys, his name Eddie Hill, and he was like, he seen me, he was like, hey man, didn't you win state? I was like, nah man, I got second. He was like, that's still good, man. What you mean? Like, why you acting like that? And then
Only one person beat you.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what, you right. So it ain't bothering me no more.
Right.
But I just know I was still working hard. When track season came around again, no one in the state. I finally won this time. But when I won, it was like, I ain't feeling nothing. I was like, dang, this is it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, with the land, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't really feel nothing, but I know if I pass it up, I will feel everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If you pass it up.
Yeah, if I was to pass
like
it
that.
up. Yeah, so I was like, dang. I was like, I'll sit here and think for a long time, dang, I should have did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm still be watching videos and stuff. You probably going to be having, when you go down there, be recording. Like,
you already know.
I told people to come in and they didn't want to do it. And I'm be like, man, dang, I knew I should have did it. But I mean, I'm happy.
Right.
You know, it's just I'm more excited as far as like thinking ahead.
Right.
You know, like the things that we can do with it, and as far as like what we can do together.
Right.
You know, like that's what I'm more excited about.
And I wanted to say this, how crazy this is, right? So right now we own 1.25 acres in Florida together. But I was asking for 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
Your battery low.
Yeah.
We only gonna be about a few minutes. If we had 4 people, for example, it would have been $100 a piece. You wouldn't even have to come up with 200. You would have just had to come up with 100.
Mm-hmm.
Right? $100, and you owner of property. Where they do that at?
And when he was first telling me about it, I was like, dang. Because I remember when I was little, we lived on a 1/4 of an acre. And
Right.
I remember how, like, it was still a lot of room. So, like, 4 people with a 1/4 acre plus some more change, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can live like that. But now it's just me and him.
All this land.
You know what I'm saying?
And to put that in perspective, in most counties, especially where we at, you could put 12 houses per acre. 12 houses per acre. So literally, we could have 12 single-family homes per acre, which means in a 1/4 acre, you could have 3, I guess 3, either 3 or 4, I think it's 3. So literally, we could have 15 single-family homes on our property, and everybody have enough space. Your garage, everything, you want a 2-story house, whatever. So we have property that we could build tiny houses, regular houses, whatever we want to build. But essentially, we have property that in the future, we could put 15 houses on that we can sell for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And make money off the land and the house. But what makes this so beautiful, by the time we finish paying off the land would be worth, say, $25,000, $30,000. We can leverage that money and build our first house on that property, single family house. Put down that $30,000 to get a construction loan, and we're not even putting down the money, we're leveraging the money, we're leveraging the land, meaning that if we don't pay for the house, they take our land. So we can leverage it, and this is just one strategy. We don't have to do this, and nobody don't have to do this. This is just a strategy that people use, and we can leverage that, to build our first house, sell that house, use that profit to build 2 more houses. Sell those 2 houses, use that profit to build, and this is all started with $200.
Yep. And then like like he was saying, that's one strategy. Like,
That's one strategy.
You can also, like, we both get houses up there, and then we can put another house up there. That person can pay for our houses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I build
like,
one for me, and then I build another one to rent out, and the one we renting paying for both houses.
Yeah,
See,
like,
and he do the same thing.
it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. People just.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple.
Was it hard?
No. You know, it's just having to learn. Like, that's why you're doing most of the talking about the land and stuff, because I still don't know. You know, but I get there.
Did anybody ask you for credit check?
Nope. Nope, not at all. And see, and that's a good thing right there. Like, credit checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I hate that mess, cause it bring me to, like, even when, like, they do that mess for when you got to get a job with credit check, and like, what the credit got to do anything, and like, this turned into a whole other dang on conversation. But in short, like, you know, why would because how do I put it? All right, people that have criminal records, you know, they looking at, oh, he did this, he did that, we're not gonna hire him. What about the motherfucker that's already working with you? Like, the people that be going postal. Like, these niggas ain't just turn crazy like that. They was already doing some stuff, you just ain't know about it.
They needed a trigger.
And, you know what I'm saying? So at least I look at it like, all right, at least I know this nigga steal. At least I know he steal, so I can keep my eye on him. You know what I'm saying? Why would I not gonna hire him because he steal when I can just keep my eye on him? When you don't even know if he's steal or not. He probably stealing. You know,
got good credit, but some of the people with good credit, the main thieves.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, didn't even have no credit check. You know, and it's just.
Yeah. And on top of it, we got trees on the land, which we could chop the trees down, sell the trees, make houses out the trees, sell the lumber for firewood. I mean, people, land is the most precious resource. When you talk about commodities, people talk about wheat, flour, and all this. You can't have wheat, flour, or anything without land. Okay? Land, even, you talk about water in the ocean, land has water in it. Did you know that? Why? You could dig a well. Anything under that earth is yours, whether it's water, oil, gold, copper, diamonds, anything under that land is yours. Anything above it is yours too, when you got your air rights. Anything above your land and below your land and on your land is yours once you got your rights. Some people, you know, give up their rights, still own the land, but don't own the minerals in their land. Sometimes people do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I try to always own my rights, my land rights, my mineral rights, my air rights. Okay, but you could do what you want to do. But the reason why I say and I do this video is because of group economics.
That's what I was trying to look for earlier.
Yeah. This is possible because brothers trying to work together. Why you think the Jews, the whites, everybody but black people, why you think the average white household is worth $181,000, but the average black household is only worth $18,000? We don't do this, black people.
I just saw that too.
We don't do group economics.
Facebook.
Yeah, it was on Facebook.
Yeah, it said like blacks is like 17,000 and whites is 117,000,
right?
71,000, something like that.
Cause they work together like that. Hey Bob, you know I'm thinking about buying Facebook. You want to go in? I heard Mark Zuckerberg gonna sell it for 10 trillion. You want to go in there? Sure, Bob. Matter of fact, let me get Mike and Joe. Oh, but Tyrone want to come. Oh, no. Tyrone, no. Bill Cosby, no. Come on now, Bob. That was a good one. Good one. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to bring us in. You look at Ice Cube. He was trying to do that. They're not going to bring him in. We gotta do it. We gotta get it on our own. We gotta start our own CNN. We gotta. Who gonna stop us from buying land and putting up a CNN building and our satellites? You know, Negroes trying to buy news stations. We don't need to buy no news stations. We could build our own. Why need to buy a news station? This is 2021. We got internet. I don't need to broadcast on TV. I could broadcast on the internet. Look how many people got 1 million subscribers on YouTube, 10 million subscribers on YouTube. Matter of fact, people watch YouTube and Netflix more than TV.
Yep.
This YouTube is where it's at.
My kids don't even watch TV no more. They be on YouTube more than anything.
Yeah. You know, what's up, Amber? But basically, I think my battery gonna die, your battery gonna die.
Oh yeah, I know mine was like.
I mean, that's it, folks. I mean, it's simple. This is possible because of group economics. And this is just one deal and a first deal. This is just an example. You know, this deal could have been $100,000 deal, $1 million deal. It's the same principle and system. Instead of 200, we might have had to put up 2,000 or 20,000. It's the same principle. You know, when you see these guys buy $1 billion company, do you think it's one person? No, it'd be like 30 people, 50 people, 100 people that each put up pennies. They put up $1 million or 10 million. That ain't nothing. But you hear about a merger that was like $1 billion. But each of them partners put up 10 million, which to them is nothing. It's nothing. But that $1 billion company that they purchased for $1 billion, because they now have all these thinking heads in that company, will now go to $100 billion company. Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is the majority shareholder in Facebook, but it's not just Mark Zuckerberg. It's about 100 people in there that nobody talks about. Okay? Microsoft. It's not just Bill Gates. Matter of fact, Bill Gates sold all his shares in Microsoft. He don't even have nothing to do with it, you know, as far as the news say. But that man's still making money off Microsoft.
It's crazy. He brought up Bill Gates because I was going to say before we got out of here about the land. When y'all see somebody buying up all this land like that,
There you go.
that means you need to get some too, because
Bill Gates
he knows something that we don't know.
Bill Gates selling all his shares in Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft to buy what?
Farmland, like, man.
To buy land.
Man,
Why is
that
this
joint's
man
crazy.
giving up technology to buy land?
He's not feeding me, I'm going to tell you that right now.
You know why? Because before you need a cell phone, before you need a computer, before you need anything, guess what you got to do? Eat.
And think about it, like, because he was with Microsoft. So they say all them antivirus packages for your computer in case you get a virus or whatnot. All they did, I'm pretty sure they put out the virus and didn't sell you the dang the fixer. And you know, well, I don't know if y'all know this, but he owned the Impossible Whopper, right?
Yeah, Impossible Burger. He owns it.
He owned that.
So now he about to take over fast food.
Yeah.
It's already in Burger King and a lot of these restaurants.
Mm-hmm. And so, just like, you know, with the pandemic, you know, we all off subject, so we'll keep this short. Like, they selling us what they done created.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but group economics, man. That's where it starts.
And I don't mean to cut you, but even with that, I'm quite sure it ain't just Bill Gates putting his money up to buy 250,000 acres of land just in America. He owned a lot of land in Africa and other countries. Okay? I'm quite sure he got 20 other Jews, 30, 40, 50 other Jews done put their money up with him in group economics. So the same thing Bill Gates doing, we doing. And what it costs? 200. So Bill Gates owned 250,000 and we own one together, Bill Gates and his partners own 250,000, which I think is more, and we own one together, we still in that same circle. You know, we gonna get up to 1,000 acres. And that would mean we literally own 1/250th of what Bill Gates owned, but you own 0.
Like I was saying earlier, like as far as like building a community, like my goal always been to, like, if I was to win the lottery, I was gonna buy a school, have a school, I own hospital, I own bank, and I own police department. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and like, cause we have to start depending on us to teach us. You know what I'm saying? And to help us. Like, we got to do that. I tell people all the time, the dumbest thing that we did back in the day when Martin Luther King and all them was marching, was all that segregation. Man, we ain't need that. We did better before we started going to schools. Like, why? I ain't understand why in the world
segregation.
They fought so hard to be with people that didn't want to be with them. We had our own bus line here in Greensboro, North Carolina. But what they do, they want to go ride on the other people's bus. Now we ain't got no bus.
And that's what, see, they always talk about, oh, black people had to sit in the back of the bus. Yeah, on the white buses. But what they not telling you is we had black buses running, okay? Before Uber, we had our own Uber running. They don't tell you that.
We had our own doctors. Granted, when we was thriving, they, you know what I'm saying, they destroyed it. Like what happened in Wilmington, North Carolina, what happened in Oklahoma, what happened up there in Philadelphia. Man, there's a whole bunch of other places, you know what I'm saying? But we was still better doing that than where we at now. And everybody together.
Segregation was actually the best thing for black people. Integration fucked us up. When integration started, we started going down the Soul Train line. Being happy for that. Yeah. But anyhow, y'all, man, guess we'll catch you on the next one.
Yep.
Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations to me too.
Subscribe to the channel, you know, like, share, you know. We can start doing.
We're gonna do some more.
Hopefully, I can get him in here. We can do a podcast together on certain things.
We're gonna do it.
Cause the brother, he got a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
And, you know,
a lot of wisdom right here too, man. I ain't gonna put your business out there, but y'all think I be winning money on lottery?
Hey, look. We can talk about it later, but hey, man, I want to see everybody win. Like, 'cause, man, this is what I was thinking about the other day. I hate seeing rich people buying other rich people stuff that they can afford. I can't stand them buying them Rolexes for their birthdays or Maseratis for their birthday or getting them $100,000 for their birthday. When there's people out here on the streets
hungry,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why is you doing that for somebody that's already rich that don't even need it? Like,
you're gonna sit in the garage.
Like, that's something we can definitely talk about another day. But
yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But they do that, man, because it's either they spend the money or the government take it in taxes. So they put that, sit in the garage, call it a car collection and a liability, and they deduct it off their taxes. This is how they pay no taxes.
Or when the club promoters be getting the celebrities to come to their club, the celebrities get in free, they drink for free, but they charging me and him everything, but, you know what I'm saying, arm and a leg, but the celebrity they can afford it. We should be in here for free.
They could afford it, and they paying the celebrity just to show up.
Exactly, like the world we living in is
It's
backwards.
But we the one that make it backwards because
Yep.
we the one going
Yep.
for the okie doke.
Yup,
It's crazy,
exactly.
bro. But speaking of backwards, we just came from Waffle House. I know I might offend somebody.
I ain't eating nothing. I'm gonna let y'all know that. Y'all know I'm eating at Waffle House, no Burger King. I just have some water.
He did. I'm the one, I be getting off my regimen. While we go in there, it's a dude in there that is a transgender acting like a woman. I call him impersonating a woman. And it's a woman in there, transgender, impersonating a man. Backwards. I do what you want to do. I ain't, really like saying anything negative about it. It just is backwards. It's backwards. That's all I got. Anyhow, like, subscribe, clean cut,
Dragon
27.
Manifest. Yep.
Y'all already know Dragon Manifest. Peace.
All right.